With the cost of tuition continuing to rise more than general inflation, parents and students need to consider how much debt to take on very carefully. In this video, I will review 2 critical factors to consider when deciding how much student debt to incur and why it's crucial to make informed decisions about borrowing for college. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Money. I'm Pat Zumwalt, your YouTube CFP professional. Student debt can be a necessary evil for many students who want to continue their education, but it's important to be mindful of how much debt you take on. Taking on too much student debt can have a long-lasting consequence that can affect your financial stability for years to come. The truth is that college financial aid advisors should help students determine the right amount of student loan debt to take on, but they might as well be pulling numbers out of a hat. So exactly how much student loan debt is too much? First, it's important to understand the types of student loans available. There are 2 main types of student loans, federal and private. The government provides federal student loans with lower interest rates, more flexible repayment options, and better terms and conditions than private student loans. On the other hand, private student loans are provided by private lenders such as banks, credit unions, and online lenders. Private student loans can have higher interest rates and less favorable terms and conditions than federal student loans. However, regarding federal student loans, there are some annual and lifetime limits on how much you can borrow for your education. These limits vary based on your year in school and your dependency status. For example, the maximum amount an undergraduate student can borrow each academic year is around $5,500 and $12,500, depending on their year in school and dependency status. Contrarily, the amount you can borrow for private student loans will depend on your credit worthiness, your income, and the lender's policies. Now that we have some context, here are 2 critical factors that you should consider when determining how much student loan debt to take on. Number 1, your expected starting salary. Limiting your student debt to 1 to 2 times your expected starting salary is a good way to ensure that your monthly loan payments are manageable and that you can make ends meet after graduation. This way you can avoid struggling with high monthly payments that might strain your finances. It can also help you maintain a good credit score, as timely loan repayments can help build a positive credit history. This will also give you more flexibility in your budget, as you'll have more money available for other expenses such as rent, food, gas, dating, etc. For example, if you expect a starting salary of $40,000 per year after graduation, you should limit your student debt to somewhere between $40,000 and $80,000. There's a lot of important math behind this guidance, but I did it for you in a mathematical figure that you can understand: your expected income. That's why people studying to be doctors can take on much more debt. It is important to remember that this is just a general guideline and that your situation may vary. Factors such as your career field, cost of living, and personal financial situation should all be considered when determining an amount of student debt to take on. That being said, following this guideline is a responsible and intelligent way to approach student debt and to help you set yourself on a path to financial stability after graduation. And factor number 2, long-term financial goals, planning, and considering your financial future stability is crucial when deciding how much student debt to take on. Taking on too much student debt can impact your ability to reach other financial milestones such as saving for a down payment on a house, starting a family, or building up your emergency fund. The more debt you have, the less disposable income you will have to save for these important goals. It's best to consider your long-term financial aspirations and plan to manage your debt in a way that won't impede your ability to reach your financial goals. You may have to make some sacrifices in the short term, but in the long run, it will pay off. Having a well-thought-out plan and being mindful of your student debt will help you achieve financial stability and security in the future. Until next time, I'm Pat Zumwalt, your YouTube CFP. As always, thank you for letting me help you do wise things with your money.